I'm just going to walk this in. Hey everyone, welcome back to Drive Protected. My name is Eric. In today's episode, we got this 2026 Tesla Model Y Juniper in our shop. Now, in this video, we're going to be going over step-by-step how to do a bulk rear fin installation. So the rear tail light is out. We got this thing bolted in with 2 bolts underneath here. We're going to take you along. Hope you guys enjoy this video and you find some value in it. Okay, so we got our bulk PPF right here. And what I'm going to do, I don't have any slip solution on here at all. I'm going to take and I'm just going to stick this to the rear fender. You want to have really good bond. So you want to make sure that that's on there good and proper. And then I'm going to back roll this. I know I'm doing this dry for a reason, because of how much stretch and how much tacking or how much stretch is required of the PPF. I need it to tack and I can't afford to have it be sliding all over the place on me. So yep, there we go. Now what I'm going to do is I've got the adhesive side of the PPF is sprayed down with our slip, as well as a little bit on the actual spoiler or the rear fin. Now with 2 hands, I'm going to separate the film like this, and I'm just going to walk this in. Going to walk this in like so. Stick this. That's exactly what you want. We have perfect stretch all the way along here. You can see how much tension is on the film. Now, all we need to do is just squeegee this into place. So I'm going to get a little bit more slip solution on top of the film. I got my squeegee. I got my tack solution. And I can see things are starting to pop up a bit over here. So I'm just tacking that down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come right over here to the middle of the rear hatch, lift it up. We're going to start there, squeegee that down. We're going to put a lot of pressure from multiple different directions on that rear fin. That's good. Now, I'm going to come right over here because I see that I have a sticking spot. And I'm just going to lift this up. Got that. That's good. Now I'm going to take my squeegee and I'm going to come right on the actual fin. You can see how much flex is required in the squeegee. If you want to pick up a set, we'll have a link in the description. Now that we got the top section down, what we're going to do is we're going to get this bottom section in place. Now, I'm going to lift the PPF up. It is sticking where it shouldn't be, so I'm going to make sure that that's popped up. Just like so. And then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep some tension on here. We're going to start back in the middle. And then we're just going to get this all feathered down into place. And this is still popping up a bit. So we're just going to get some tack solution in there. And then I'm going to take 2 hands with the squeegee. There we go. We got this entire section down. Now we are going to have to work pretty quick over here. So I'm going to start taking the squeegee. We're going to repeat this process from side to side. Just chasing this out. There we go. Just going to lift this up. Spray our tack solution in there. And we're going to start at the very top. And I'm just going to feather this down. These fingers, you want to be careful with them. Always squeegee them at an angle because you don't want to end up creasing them. Now that we have this down, all I'm going to do, I'm just going to spray some tack solution in there. And then we'll start at the top. So just got to pull this away. There's so much tension on the film that it's completely sucked itself into place and made it almost impossible to get solution out. So there we go. The main part of this installation is done. Now what we need to do is we need to let this sit for a little bit, trim off some of the excess, like right over here, get some tack solution in there and get that down, but we'll go to that next. All right, so now I'm lifting the PPF up over here. Just got a bunch of tack solution behind the film. So I'm just going to keep good tension on it. And we're going to squeegee that down side to side. And then, just to make sure that it's down, what I want to do is I want to release the film here. You want to be very careful doing this. The film's going to start to suck itself into place. You can see that.
It literally just pulled itself in.
Yeah. So it's going to make wrapping.
So there, you can tell there's no tension on that film right now.
Yeah.
Like that's not going to fail.
That's not failing. Carefully. So now that I lifted that up, because of all the tension that's on there, I want to pull the film back. Just so I can squeegee that down. If we let the film pull back naturally the way it wants, it's just going to create all kinds of fingers here, and it's just going to pull itself together. So hence why I was pulling it apart the way I did. Now we're going to trim off some excess. All right, so now what I'm doing is I'm just trimming off some of the excess, leaving myself roughly 1/2 inch to wrap. We'll come around over here. Not too terribly concerned about that. We'll deal with that later. And we'll do the same thing on the other side.
It's completely wrapped itself.
Yeah. This first trim doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be beautiful, as is evident by my really bad cut. But
the nice thing is here, that corner is already wrapping itself because
Yep.
of the tension that we gave it.
Totally.